Okay, I don't even want to have this conversation, especially not with my fucking fan base, because gamers are the most toxic fucking shitheads in the world. So for like the 15 people that aren't fucking retarded, the two problems that I have with the trans community are, one, and I could be totally wrong here, this might be confirmation bias, because the only people that are vocal end up being the ones that are a little crazy in the head. It seems like a lot of trans people have like a lot of other mental problems. Like, it seems to be pretty rare that I find somebody who happens to be trans and I just find that out, transgendered, and then rather than like a transgendered person has a lot of mental health issues. But maybe that's just like in general. Like, I guess like I'm thinking of people like Cosmo slash Narcissa clearly has a lot of mental problems going on, and like the Zoe Quinn, wait, is she trans chick? Not her, the other one. Oh God, what's her name? The one who said that her parents gave her $200,000 and she learned more than she ever could in college. Fuck, what was her name? Does anybody know what I'm talking about? Brianna Wu, yeah. Scarlett seems to be well adjusted, I guess. I don't know her well enough, and she's not very public at all. One of the things that sucks with trans people is that, or transgendered people, is that it seems like that community is like ultra super insanely fucking militant in such a way that it is absolutely impossible to ask any questions or to be critical in any size, shape, or form of a trans person, which is like really aggravating. So for instance, if you look at the stuff going on with Narcissa is fucked in the head. She has severe problems with her life mentally, right? It's very obvious when you watch it. But I don't think that she's ever going to get the help that she needs because she's trans. She has an infinite amount of overwhelmingly positive support from the trans community, which I think is disgusting. And I noticed that kind of shit happens, it seems, quite often with trans people. I saw the same kind of shit with Brianna Wu. I've seen similar things with other like famous trans people online. I remember watching a video of some person. This is like 10 questions never to ask a trans person, where they act like a huge dick the entire time. I'm not going to be able to find this video, but I saw a lot of the same kinds of comments there. Yeah, I don't know. It seems that like trans people can do no wrong ever in the trans community. So like if they do have some problems, it seems impossible that they would ever seek help for them. Like a severe identity crisis will do that to you, I guess. Yeah, I guess it's possible. Sure.
I want to go talk to Peterson.
I have no goddamn Twitch. You would be the last person in the world I would ever want to have this conversation with. I'm sorry. I wouldn't say disgusting. Their heart is in the right place, but yeah, they often have. Well, yeah, but that's the problem. Your heart being in the right place doesn't really mean anything, you know, because your heart can be in the right place for eugenics. I mean, like, you know, like it really depends. You take the most extreme examples and cast it as an average case. I mean, I literally. Never mind. He said he just tried. Okay. But, yeah, I don't know. The transgender culture seems to be, like, insanely fucking militant. Also, when you start getting transgendered people pushing for things like the rights of children that are as young as 5 or 6, deciding whether or not they want to grow up and be a man or a woman or boy or girl or whatever gender they identify with, I'm really uncomfortable when you start talking about administering, like, hormone therapy or testosterone blockers and shit to somebody who's literally, like, 7 or 8 years old. Like, that seems to be kind of crazy to me. I do think, I guess it like, oh man, if anybody here has like a fucking degree in psych and you study this, I guess I would be interested in listening to what you say, but like, I lump a lot of things together that maybe I shouldn't lump together. Hold on, this is pretty bad to say, I guess. But, like, I view a lot of, like, sexual deviations very similarly. So you've got people like pedophiles, homosexuals, transgendered people. So when I look at these groups of people, if you look at somebody like a pedophile is a very negative sexual deviation because if you're attracted to children, the opposing party can't consent, right? And it leads to a lot of bad things, right? Pedophiles can never engage in healthy relationships that satisfy them sexually because it's not good for society, right? I think we all acknowledge that, right? That sexual abuse of children is probably a bad thing, right? I would say 99% of us agree with that. Whereas if you look at somebody who's a homosexual or homosexual person, that's a sexual deviation. But two consenting adults can be homosexual, so it's whatever. It doesn't really matter, right? Two adults can be gay and can both consent to gay activity, and that's fine, right? It doesn't really matter. I'm not reading anything linked by the Daily Mail invalid. I'm sorry. You can find me real stories if you want. So when I look at somebody like a transgendered person, the transgendered thing is weird because I guess like suicide rates are lower for post-op than pre-op transgendered, but they're still much, much, much higher than the average population. And it just seems like being transgendered carries with it so many different things that I don't know if, like, for instance, so like with homosexual deviations, you embrace that, right? It's okay to be gay. It doesn't matter. It's whatever. And then with pedophilic tendencies, you say being a pedophile is not okay. So we do therapy and whatnot to get you over that or do our best to suppress it. I don't know personally what the right thing is for transgendered people, but it's impossible to have that conversation ever because both sides are insanely fucking militant, you know? I thought post-operation suicide was higher. I don't know. Wait, what did I just say? I don't know. No, from the stats that I've read, post-op transgender people commit suicide quite a bit less than pre-op transgendered people, but the post-op is still higher overall than the average population. I don't know. We can go look up numbers. Don't you have to go through a long therapy period to become transgendered? Yeah, you're supposed to, but some transgendered people think that that's oppressive. So you have people like Narcissa who don't go through therapy at all and just order the drugs for themselves. And then trans people encourage that sometimes. I don't know, not all trans people do, I'm sure, but I feel the transgender thing will be much more easy to tackle when we have a better understanding and manipulation of human physiology, I guess. But I mean, how long until that? The suicide rates are also influenced by the stigma that comes along with being trans. Yeah, sure, of course. Yeah, sure. I don't deny any of that, sure. Not going to therapy before transitioning seems like a really, really bad idea. Yeah, I agree, of course. That's insane to me. That's insanity to me. I think I'm getting the vibe that you might agree on the social with people like Milo, you, and maybe I do. Maybe in a roundabout way, but I doubt that the way that we get there is similar. I don't think I would agree with Milo on very many things. That guy seems like an absolute idiot to me. Not to mention he's a self-hating gay. I don't know if he could even have any healthy views on sexuality or anything like that. What do I mean he's a self-hating gay? Milo says he wishes he was straight. Although the sad thing is that if he was straight, he would be way, way, way less popular. Did anything prompt this trans business? Oh, I brought it up on, I brought it up, I think yesterday, a couple days ago, and I got a lot of messages about it. He also thinks lesbians aren't a real thing. Oh, that wouldn't surprise me.
It's easier for low-test beta males to have surgery and take hormones so they can finally be the feminine girlfriend that they could have never had as a male. Then they get older and the only thing they liked about themselves fades. Teehee.
Don't you think transgenderism is a mental disorder since it's generally associated with depression? Okay, so there's two different things going on, okay? Fuck, I don't want to fucking get into all this shit. I just want to play RimWorld, okay? Transgenderism in and of itself just means that you identify as a different gender than your sexual organs say. So I would be like, I have a penis, but I identify as a female, okay? The depression that goes along with not being the gender you want to be, the sex you want to be, is the mismatch is called gender dysmorphia. Dysphoria. I'm sorry. Gender dysphoria. This is the associated depression that goes along with being transgendered. You don't necessarily have to have this if you're transgendered. I guess you can just be transgendered and then just be kind of irritated, but not like super depressed about it. But a lot of transgendered people, because of the mismatch, have this gender dysphoria that leads to the anxiety, depression, severe distress, or whatever, right? Transgenderism is an endocrine disorder. Gender dysphoria is required for being trans. Wait, what? Fucking kill yourself. There is a group of transgender people called True Scum who believe you can only be trans if you have dysphoria. Oh. Is that what the Catherine L. person is talking about? Is transgenderism technically classified as an endocrine disorder? I've never heard that before. Yeah, I've never heard that before. I don't think we know that what causes people to become transgendered. Any opinions or theories on why this problem started occurring within the past 10 years or so? Why wouldn't this have been a problem back in the 50s or 60s? I don't know. Here's the big problem that I have. And again, like, I can't have this conversation with any person because people get like insanely fucking emotional about this shit. Here's the problem that I have. Never mind. I don't know. I can't. What do I do? What should I do with this room?